Hey everyone, Jones here and welcome back. Today I want to talk about something very near and dear to my heart. Corsets. Uh, so I'm kind of a corset enthusiast. I was showing off teaching a friend how to lace up and buy one and stuff like that, and I figured, this might be kind of a cool thing to show off. So I've been wearing corsets for years. And I wear them for like a variety of reasons. Costumes, if I'm going out something special, like concerts, or just even every day. This is my everyday one. But yeah, no, I thought it'd just be kind of cool to kind of show off my corset collection and kind of talk about just general corset care and care and wear. So yeah, this is the corset that started it all. I originally, my very first corset looked just like this, but it was really crappy. It was just like plastic bones. It didn't do anything to cinch you. It was basically just like a costume piece, really. And that one eventually fell apart. But I loved it so much that I tried to find the exact same one, but like in way better materials and everything. And that was this. I love this corset a lot. It's steel boned. It cinches like really nicely. It's not too much cinching, but it's enough to kind of give me to pull my waist a bit, and I love this one a lot. This is my favorite corset. I love it. I love the detailing, the buckles, the halter strap. It's yeah. So this is the one that I'll wear for like special occasions, like concerts or parties or what have you. But yeah, this one. So this one here that we started the video with, this is my everyday corset. This is the one that I will wear normally. The mood kind of strikes me. And I love this one a lot. It cinches without like being too too tight in the waist. It's pretty comfortable. But then again, I've been wearing this one for quite a while. Now something that's really important when it comes to corsets that I want to show off with this one is this. So this corset is like so well fitted to my body that I can't even get a finger like in between, like kind of along where the corset meets my body. Like I can't get anything in there because it's just so well fitted. Yeah, you don't want to have any gaps. You don't want to have any spaces. So that means that this corset is like the perfect fit for my body. And I love it. You can get there eventually by seasoning your corset, but this one I was already kind of as is, so I kind of love it already. But it's cool. Kind of a nice little red-black pattern. Okay, so this corset here that I'm wearing, this is what's called a waist trainer. This one does more than just cinch your waist. This one is double boned and just really durable, and it's meant to actually be worn for like 8, 10, 12 hours a day, which is what I do actually. Because this corset is actually meant to mold your bones. It's meant to take your rib cage and actually like remold it, reshape it. And so wearing it, for hours and hours and hours a day, eventually like it'll remold your rib cage into like this shape. You may notice that this corset gives me a much more cinched waist. Yeah, so that's the purpose of the waist trainer. It's nothing really fancy. It's one that I just wear at home. And again, it's like really tight. You can't really eat in it. That's called the corset diet. You don't eat because you physically can't. But yeah, so the purpose of this corset that I have it, the reason that I had this corset is because I plan on wearing this thing for like 12 hours a day for like 2 years. And that'll actually narrow my waist from like a 30 to a 28. So it's painful. Don't do waist training unless you are absolutely serious about it. And this one here is my last corset. This one's kind of become my favorite. This one's really cool. I love just the patterning on it. I love the wings that kind of come down over my hips. The details in the front. This one cinches up also really tightly also. This one cinches really tightly also. But this one's kind of like my super special occasion corset. But no, I absolutely love this one. It's so cool, just the red and black. I don't know what to say about this one, but I haven't said with the others already. But yeah, so those are all my corsets. Yeah, so that's my collection. Hope you like them. I know I do. But now I just kind of want to talk about, kind of more wear and care and maintenance and just keeping your corsets all nice and safe. So, if you are by any chance interested in owning a corset, measure. Yeah, so to figure out like your corset size, just kind of measure about your natural waist. So for me, I'm a 30. Then, once you have that measurement, if you want to take like your underbust or your overbust, if it's an overbust corset, all of my corsets are underbust. If you want to take additional measurements like your hips or your underbust or bust, depending on the kind of corset you get, you can take those measurements if you want. The waist is largely the most important one, but take all of them just to make sure that you actually fit in the size that you're trying to buy. So the general rule of thumb is whatever measurement you got, in my case 30, you want to subtract either 3 or 4, depending on the site or the brand. So in the case of all these corsets, I had to subtract 4. So 30 minus 4 is 26, so all my corsets are a size 26. So what the size means is, so in my case 26, 26 means that if I were to lace this thing all the way up closed, I would go down to a 26-inch waist. I don't want to because I like to breathe. So yeah, when I cinch, I usually go like maybe about an inch and a half left. That's generally how tight I'll make my corsets. But yeah, so even though this could go to a 20, I could go to a 26. I usually only go down to like no smaller than a 27. But that's just me personally. Plus, like I've done this for years, so I'm a bit used to being able to go down to a lower waist size. But yeah, no, that's just kind of like how the sizing works. It's what your waist will be. So once you have a corset, let's talk about some very, very important things about them. So first off, you may notice that mine are actually, the laces come and meet in the middle. You might think the corsets are supposed to be kind of at the bottom, but no. No, trust me, to properly lace your corset, make sure that make sure that the lacing comes from the outside in, and the part that you tie is in the middle. That way, in case something goes wrong and you need to get this corset off as fast as possible, you can just tie it and just take everything, just undo everything from outside in, and you'll be able to breathe again. If you only go from one side, then you're going to have to waste all the time trying to unlace, and it's more for just kind of health reasons. Plus, when you do your cinching, you'll be pulling it in the middle, which will actually cinch your waist. So yeah, do it in the middle. Yeah, so doing it in the middle will help you. It'll help you lace it more easily. Plus, take it off more easily in the event that you have to. Now, corsets are a lot easier to put on with somebody else. It's a lot easier to have somebody else actually, lace you up into one. But doing it by yourself is still possible. To lace it on your own, what you do is you take the two ends and you just kind of give the middle just pull, and you cinch the middle. Okay. I want to show that again. Okay, so you see how my waist is? So once you have it on, pull. To lace the corset, first, once you put it on, you pull, then you tie. Just tie in the front, it's going to be a whole lot easier that way. There. This knot is just to hold this in place, so that way this doesn't come any looser than it already is. So now that we've cinched the middle, we can start doing actually lacing it, actually cinching the rest of it. So you can start from either the top or the bottom, doesn't matter. And then you just kind of grab like the lowermost X or the cross. It's gonna go up and down, so you can pull at it. Up and down, pull at it. That's the top, okay. Up and down, okay. So now we've cinched the bottom up to the middle. Now that we've done that, we can undo this. Now I'm still kind of holding it, all the excess. So with the extra, with the strands, you just pull. That does one string, or one lace. This one pulls the other lace, cinch it, and tie. There. And again, this knot is just to hold this in place. And we do the same thing from the top. So just kind of try to find that uppermost X. It's a lot easier to do with the mirror. So if you can do this in the bathroom or something, do that. Yeah, just kind of finagle it. Just finagle the slack out. There we go. There's your slack. There we go. Oh. All right. Just pull. If you want to cinch it again, you can. And so here you can either tie it in the middle, and if you want to go tighter, you just repeat the exact same thing and work your way up, work your way down to the middle, and then just cinch it. For now, we're just going to stop it here and just do one. So here, which is also easier to do with another person, just tie it like you would a shoe. There you go. Yeah, so that's, I mean, generally how you just put it on. Let's see, this is... Yeah, so ideally I like to actually make the closure about the same width all the way up and down. Here it's like 1 inch on the bottom, and I think maybe 2 inches on the top. So normally I would cinch the upper half a little more tightly, but this is okay, just for demonstration purposes. Yeah. So that's how you properly lace and tie a corset by yourself. And to undo it, yes, I like to leave the two. So two of the two strands that you pull to undo it, I like to leave those a little longer. That way I know which one's which, and I can just make it. Again, just for the sake of being able to take this off more easily. And that, you just kind of undo it, working from the middle outward. And then undo the busk. There we go. And there you have it. Yeah, so that's how you would lace yourself into a corset. My experience comes only from underbust corsets. Overbusts, I'm sure, are exactly the same. You're just trying to fit your boobs into them. But yeah, the methodology is exactly the same. With overbusts, though, kind of like my black corset, you know, the area that you waste is, the area that you lace is actually a lot taller, you might notice, because it goes farther up your back. So that one is definitely a lot easier to do with a friend. You can do it by yourself, it's just hard. It's just kind of hard to reach all the way up and pull the laces. Something really, really important when it comes to corsets is what's called seasoning. So my corsets are all steel boned. They're going to give you a really good cinch. That's what's going to actually hold your bones in place. Now, when it comes to steel bone corsets, do not, and I can't stress this enough, do not lace it as tight as you can go as soon as you put it on. That's no. Because if you do that, you risk making the bones kind of bend and twist in an off way, and you could you could risk damaging the corset and hurting yourself. because maybe pressing into things at a really awkward angles, and you don't want that. When it comes to corsets, you really want to go as slow as possible and ease yourself into as much as possible. So we do that via a process called seasoning. So in order to properly season your corset, it's going to take... seasoning is really only important if you're going to wear it for either a long time or if you plan on cinching it really tightly, or both. I do both. So to season it, what we want to do is we want to like slowly cinch it up over time to get the bones to kind of like slowly come in and like kind of get used to being able to mold around your particular body. So my corsets are, they're all seasoned. They're all seasoned to my body specifically. So someone else could wear them and they will cinch because they've been seasoned to cinch, but it may be uncomfortable on somebody else. It's perfectly fine on me. Doesn't hurt me at all, but on someone else it could hurt. So yeah, so corsets are kind of they belong to one person. So in order to properly season your corset, just kind of like cinch it, but not too tightly. Do the exact same thing that I taught you, tie it in the front, and then just kind of like, pull the laces in, but don't go tight. When you're taking all the slack, what you want to do is just kind of make it snug. It's like a snug little hug. Okay. And yes, all this loose slack that we have down here, all we want to do is just take it in. Oops. What am I pulling? Yeah, so it's not very cinched right now, but that's okay. So for the first couple of days, like the first 3 days, what you want to do is you want to wear it for about like 2 hours. Then for the next 3 days, 3 hours, next few days, or next couple of days, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. You pretty much just get to like the 6 hour mark and then you're pretty good. That allows you to like season it. So that, and so when you do this, every time you put it on very, very loosely. Just kind of snug. It's not cinched up too much. It's just kind of on you. Okay? And you keep it like this for like the first 30 minutes. Then after 30 minutes, then you just kind of cinch it up a little bit and tie it. You can just tie it in the front, doesn't matter. Because we're just seasoning, we're not actually wearing this thing. You tie it and go for another 30 minutes. Then, after those 30 minutes, then kind of, take it in a little bit from the outside in, just a little bit. Pull the extra slack out, tie it. Go another 30 minutes. Then cinch it from the middle, 30 minutes. Take it in, just, take it in a little bit, 30 minutes. Cinch in the middle, 30 minutes. Take it in, 30 minutes. Yeah, so you're just kind of like slowly, easing the corset onto your body. It's like sort of like mold and bend around you, kind of like that. And yeah, so you really want to go slowly, so you don't damage your corset or damage yourself. And that's what's going to give you a very, very comfortable corset, a very comfortable fit. So yeah, so eventually you will be able to cinch this thing up as tight as you want, and it, theoretically, it shouldn't be too terribly uncomfortable. You will have to learn how to breathe in a corset and really mind your portions when you eat. Or better yet, just don't eat at all in a corset. That's going to be incredibly uncomfortable. Yeah, so seasoning is really important if, again, you're going to either wear your corset for a long time, or you want to cinch it up really tightly. It's even more important if you're going to actually do waist training. If you're actually going to try to train your waist down to a smaller size, yeah, seasoning is super important because you're training not just you're seasoning not just the corset, but yourself, your own body, your own bones. So yeah, so if you're going to do waist training, seasoning is incredibly important. If you're just going to kind of do casual wear, I would still recommend seasoning at least a little bit, just to kind of get the corset kind of used to you. And again, depending on how heavily or how tightly you want to wear it, definitely season more, especially if you're going to do what I do and wear this for 10 hours a day. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is how to store a corset. So you notice that for the busk, so the busk is made up of like the little eyelet, the little hooky thing. Yeah. So this thing we do not want to, like, you know, dig or cut into the fabric. So what I do is I put the little pokey out bit facing the bottom. I'm just kind of fold this over. Yeah, make sure you fold it so like the fashion material is on the inside, because we don't want that to get damaged. I'll keep it all pretty. Just roll it. Yeah. And so it ends up, ideally, is the eyelets are sticking out, so there's no risk of it cutting into the fabric. And these the hooky bits are also kind of exposed, so it's also not going to dig into the fabric at all. Okay, so just kind of keep it safe. And the laces we can just wrap around. There you go. Then you just store it and keep it for when you want to wear it and look like a total badass. Yeah, no, I hope you kind of enjoyed this. Enjoyed me sharing my corsetry enthusiasm. Seriously, I love corsets. I do wear that red one like kind of every day, and the other ones I wear for like costumes or special occasions or parties or whatever. And it's I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to corsets. I want more, but oh god, they are expensive. But yeah, so I hope you kind of enjoyed this, enjoyed my collection, enjoyed me sharing my enthusiasm with corsets. It's an odd enthusiasm, but I love them so much. I don't know, there's just something like so cool about corsets. Especially like seeing one that like fits you really well and just kind of seeing it kind of come in. It's it's a pretty cool feeling. But yeah, no, hope you guys really enjoy this. And you know, I do want to, because I don't want this to just be like, you know, a dressing / transgender channel. I want it to actually be talk about me and my interests and kind of all the weird, goofy things I'm into. But yeah, no, hope you like this, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.